All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Houston Film Fanatic Radio. We are talking with the director of the new supernatural horror film, Dig Two Graves. Hunter Adams, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Can you hear me all right? I'm on the streets of New York. Hopefully, I won't be drowned out by the chaos here.
No, you sound great.
Cool.
Well, for those of us out there who don't know, tell us a little bit about the film.
Sure. So it centers on a young girl whose brother mysteriously disappears, and she's visited by three moonshiners who essentially make a deal with the devil offer to her to bring the brother back.
Now, I had a chance to watch the movie. It's very creepy. It's got this very old school American Gothic feel to it. I like that it is set in the 70s. Is there a reason that you chose that time period?
Well, I don't think the story would have worked as well in modern day because of cell phones and things of that nature. It's easier to sell a supernatural premise when it's set in the 70s. Apart from that, I'm just a huge fan of that era of 70s cinema, and I wanted to try to evoke that tone. And the sheriff, the girl's grandfather, played by Ted Levine, he's loosely based on my grandfather, who is a pilot, an RAF pilot in World War II. And some of the stories that he tells in the movie were anecdotes he had told me growing up. And so in order for them to work, it had to be set in that time period. Very cool. So multiple reasons.
Well, and I like that you bring up Ted. He's easily my favorite part of this whole film, and I don't know if it's because he possibly reminds me of my own grandfather a little bit, or maybe it's just that he's got such an iconic, cool voice that it doesn't matter what he's acting in. I'm entranced.
Yeah. No, I felt the same way. I've always been a huge fan of his, and I mean he always plays iconic, colorful parts. Sadly, they tend to be supporting parts usually, so I was really excited to give him the opportunity to play a leading role. And I think you're right, he really, along with Samantha, I think the two of them, that relationship is really the heartbeat of the film.
Yeah, I mean, Samantha is definitely an up-and-coming star for sure. I mean, she really surprised the heck out of everybody when she did Captain Fantastic. And she does so well in this movie. And one of the things that I liked about her is that she does so much without really even speaking. Like, she's just so expressive.
Yeah, this was actually her first movie. We did this before Captain Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
And so we discovered her in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And she was 13 at the time that we shot, and brought a natural, wide-eyed wonder to that role. The producers were pushing for an 18-year-old to play younger, but I insisted on an actual 13-year-old because I think you get an authenticity from that performance that you wouldn't from someone older playing younger. But she was pretty incredible. The first day of shooting, she had to gut that deer. That was the very first shot of the movie, so she hit the ground running. She's a tough little cookie.
Did she have to learn how to actually, like, okay, you're going to stand here next to this and pretend to...
Yeah, well, they're a little bit tougher breed down there in Oklahoma.
This is true.
So she jumped right in.
That is awesome. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Now, I liked the kind of supernatural element to this movie, because it's like on one hand you're kind of hinting about all of these magical things, but on the other hand you're starting to question whether or not there is real magic in this film or if it's all just one big plot.
Right.
What made you come up with the idea of it being, okay, we're going to have these moonshiners, and I mean, even, the guys running around in a top hat, I mean, even I was wondering, I'm like, are these guys real? Is this in my mind? What's happening?
Right. Well, the initial impetus or influence were the three witches from Macbeth.
Oh, nice.
And so I wanted to replicate that tone where you're not sure if they're supernatural or if they're just manipulative. My feeling about gypsies in general is I don't necessarily believe they possess magic, but I'm also not going to mess with them just in case. So that was the fine line that I tried to walk, and I wanted to leave it open-ended for the audience to interpret whether or not they were supernatural or just creeps.
Well, it's got to be a really exciting time for you. I mean, the movie opens today. So,
Yes.
our fans out here are going to get a chance to see it. You can check it out at the AMC 30 right down the street, guys. Check that out. But I know you actually got to screen it a while back down at the New Orleans Film Festival.
We did, yeah. That was the perfect backdrop for the movie,
Oh,
for sure.
absolutely.
That was a lot of fun.
What was it like for? I mean, was the whole cast there? What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, we had Samantha was there, and that was the first time she was able to see the movie, and I think it was really her first movie premiere. So it was an exciting screening for sure, especially to be in that city with its own sort of supernatural legacy.
Yeah, it's gotta definitely add to the whole vibe of everything. And I mean,
indeed,
the cool thing that is fun about film festivals, especially if you haven't been out to one, people, I definitely think you should. But you're just surrounded by people that love movies as much as you do, and it's a different crowd, it's a different vibe in the theater, and that's got to be the perfect place to see something like this.
For sure, yeah. We had a great festival run, met some really terrific people. It was just a blast.
Now, this wasn't your first feature film to make, correct?
This was my second. I did one other one. It's a kind of a whiskey-soaked comedy called The Hungry Bull.
Okay.
That was ultra low budget, made right out of college.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that nowadays. Anybody can make a film, and I mean, really, it's so awesome for up and coming filmmakers is you have all of these tools at your disposal.
Yeah, it was a great learning experience. That sort of was my film school, just making the movie.
Now, is this movie Dig Two Graves? Is this the type of film that you like to watch?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I consider myself a cinephile, and I have very eclectic tastes, and I think that's probably reflected in the style of the movie. It's sort of hard to categorize. I think it's not a horror with a capital H. It's a little bit of a drama, a little bit of a mystery, thriller, horror, coming of age. So, yeah, I like a really wide variety of films, and so yeah, I would say so.
Well, we definitely really enjoyed it. Like I said, guys, you really need to go check this movie out. It's open today at the AMC Studio 30 right down the road. Be sure to go check out Dig Two Graves. Hunter, thank you so much for talking with us today. We really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for doing this.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
And we've got the full review posted up at our blog page. You're going to want to check it out. It's going to be Houston Film Fanatics at kprcradio.com. And we got the trailer posted for you, so go to the movies this weekend. Check it out. It's going to be a good time. You'll enjoy it.